Ulysses Morton, and you're here in the Mad Monster Cinema. Oh, and we're going to have fun tonight. Yes, we are, but don't we always have fun? Yes, we do. I mean, we get in here and we tear these movies new ones, and that's a lot of fun. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous about tomorrow. If you follow me pretty closely and you're a fan of mine, then you know that I had my upper teeth done. Well, tomorrow, I'm having my bottom teeth pulled out, and they're going to put those in. So I'm a little nervous about that. Not really sure when this episode's going to air, but I thought I'd go ahead and let you know that that's about to happen. Anyway, but before we show the film, I'd also like to say, thank you to all of my producers, patrons, friends, and fans. You really have no idea how much you mean to me. Without you, I couldn't do this wonderful show. I couldn't have had my teeth fixed. There's just so many things that you have supported me with, and I can never thank you enough. I truly mean that. I love each and every one of you. Anyway, all the sappy stuff to the side. Let's talk about tonight's film. And boy, is it a corker. Oh, you know how I told you, sometimes we show good films, sometimes we show bad films. Well, tonight's a bad one. Oh well, I mean, you gotta show the bad with the good, I suppose. Tonight's film is called The Screaming Skull. Yeah, The Screaming Skull. Yeah, that's the name of it. Speaking of skulls, I remember when I was in elementary school, our science teacher said, everybody's skull has a brain in it. I haven't been able to get that out of my head. Anyway, yes, the movie's called The Screaming Skull, and it's directed by Alex Nichol. Now, Alex Nichol was pretty big in the Western movies and the Western television shows. He only directed one movie, and that was this one. That's saying a lot. Anyway, as a matter of fact, he was quoted as saying, I didn't know anything at all about directing. Never done it before. So the only thing that I did was I blocked it and told the people what to do and got it done on time. That says a lot too. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, the film was shot in 6 weeks on a very low budget, and they said that the actors were paid about $1,000 to do it. That is a very little amount of money when you are a big name actor. That's why this doesn't have any big name actors. It stars Peggy somebody. And I say it like that because I don't think she ever did anything else other than this film. Wait a minute. I think she played a character in an Alfred Hitchcock film once. But I'm really not sure of her last name, and it doesn't really matter. But I will say this. She was tricked into doing this film. Yes. The director, Alex Nichol, whatever, he went to her house and he told her that he was shooting a remake of the movie Rebecca by Alfred Hitchcock. He wanted her to star in it, so he gave her the script. And as she was reading that, he just kind of shoved the Screaming Skull script in there. I know, right? Anyway, it's actually a film based on a novel, as a lot of the movies we've shown in the past couple of months have been. But I'll tell you more about that during the intermission. Anyway, what's it about? Well, it's about a man and a woman who moved into a new house. They're newlyweds. They're all sweet and happy and everything. And she finds out that his previous wife, who had lived in the house, died. Not really sure how. But anyway, she had died. And eventually, she is visited by the spirit of this dead woman in the form of a screaming skull. Hence the name. Oh, Alex Nichol also plays in the film. Can you believe it? Writer, director, producer, star. Can we say Ed Wood? Anyway, he plays a gardener in this film. Nicky, I think is his name. We'll find out. But anyway, as it progresses through, she thinks she's going crazy because she's been in the nut house before. And now she thinks that she's going crazy again. Her husband's going to have to put her in the hospital because he never sees the skull. Only she sees the skull. But Nicky says that he hears the skull screaming. And he sees the skull from time to time because he's had some kind of weird asphyxiation with the woman who lived in the house before. Anyway, it's gothic. It's very gothic. But what makes the movie special is it is in terror vision. Well, of course you don't, because I made it up. Yes, it's a little thing of my own. See, what you're going to need is you're going to need headphones or earbuds. If you're watching this with your phone, you're going to want to get your earbuds and put them in. Here in a minute, it's going to tell you how you need to watch tonight's movie. Because the film has been shot in holophonic 3D. See here? Holophonic 3D. You don't need glasses. It is in a certain kind of stereo. So when you have your headphones on, what you're seeing on the screen feels like it's happening in the room with you right then. Isn't that amazing? And it's actually kind of scary. Yes, I'm excited because I'm actually going to show a scary film. Of course, I had to make it scary. Anyway, you're going to love it. Make sure you have your earphones. Now, don't forget, you like my jewelry? Oh, my goodness. This beautiful jewelry comes from Cameron James Paparazzi at Facebook. Right there. See? Yes. These earrings, $5. Ring, $5. Necklace, $5. Everything at Paparazzi is $5. Now, the most you'll ever pay is $25, but that is for some really knockdown gorgeous jewelry. You've seen me wear some of it before. But anyway, if you want affordable jewelry that looks absolutely fantastic, go see Cameron James Paparazzi at Facebook. He'll set you up. Alright? Okay. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and start biting our fingernails and get ready for tonight's feature presentation, The Screaming Skull.
The Screaming Skull is a motion picture that reaches its climax in shocking horror. Its impact is so terrifying that it may have an unforeseen effect. It may kill you. Therefore, its producers feel they must assure free burial services to anyone who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull.
Welcome, Mrs. Whitlock.
Lovely, Harry.
You look disappointed for a moment.
I did not. It's really lovely. Oh, look. I bet that's the den there.
That's right.
Is that a bedroom?
Yes, it is.
Gonna be ours?
You'll need some fixing first.
Or is her room, was it?
Yes. Come on along. I'll show you the rest of the house. Rather forbidding now, I suppose, empty like this. But it was usually this way. Shortly after Marion and I were married, she removed all the furniture her parents had left her. This is our home, she used to say, and we must choose everything carefully. Well, we didn't get very far before she died. But now that you're here, it's going to be lovely again. I'll get the things out of storage tomorrow. They're all down at the warehouse. And I'll take care of that, too.
You have candles?
Sure.
It'll be twice as romantic.
Speaking of being romantic. I got to carry you over the threshold.
I love you. love you.
Jenny. I thought life had died out for me.
What's that up there?
Oh, that's where Mickey keeps his gardening things.
Who's Mickey?
The gardener. He's kept it up the 2 years I've been away.
By himself?
That's right.
Must work awfully hard.
Oh, he and Marion would spend hours on end working here in the gardens and up in the greenhouse back there. See, he loved her very much. Sometimes I used to wonder who she was, my wife or Mickey's nursemaid. You know, I don't think he quite believes she's gone. I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings and scold her for neglecting the gardens.
You still love her, don't you? No, I'm not jealous. I'm grateful to her. I think to have loved once, really loved, to learn how to love always. Learning it from her, you give again to me. I wish there was some way to thank her. Who's that?
I don't know. They're driving around the back. Come on along.
Eric,
I see Eric.
please stop by to meet your new wife.
Oh, Eric, this is a wonderful surprise.
It's been a long time.
It has.
Reverend,
Good to see you, Eric.
Jenny, this is Mrs. Snow.
I'm very happy to meet you.
Jenny, this is a lovely surprise.
And the Reverend Mr. Snow.
Hello, my dear.
Oh, she's sweet, Eric.
I know.
I happened to be going into town. I ran into Mr. Mauer. He told me you were getting back today.
And we thought we'd just drop by and bring you something for your dinner.
Oh, nice.
And it'll save you all the bother of shopping while you're trying to get settled.
Then why don't you stay for dinner?
Oh, no, not
Oh,
tonight.
no, we wouldn't think of that.
Oh, now, please say
I'd
yes.
like for you to.
It would be like old times.
All right, on the condition that I do the cooking.
You don't have to.
You know, I know that, but I'd love to.
Well, there's Mickey. Excuse me, honey. Mickey!
Ah, poor Mickey. He keeps this place up like a shrine.
Eric told me how he loved Marion.
Mickey's father was a gardener here when Marion's mother was alive. Mickey and Marion grew up together here.
Jenny, this is Mickey.
How do you do, Mickey? I hope we'll be good friends.
Well, Mickey,
Thank you, Mickey.
well, shall we all go inside?
It's a good idea. Mickey, remember you promised me some of those rose cuttings.
Nice seeing you again, Mickey. I'm going to have to get you down to the barber shop one day very soon.
Excuse us, Mickey.
All right, that's done.
Oh, now please be careful. Oh, Edward, now don't break your neck.
You're doing great, Reverend.
Don't worry.
Good heavens. Honestly, the two of them are just like children.
Well, that doesn't look too bad, Eric.
Jenny, I hope you have more luck in getting your husband to mine than I've had with mine.
You know, you've got to admit it does make the room look better.
Very well, Tyson. For penance, you can come and help me with dinner. Now, come on. Edward, you keep Jenny company?
Yes, dear.
No, Mary, no. Send them away.
Huh?
No. Oh, she's so very nice, Eric.
Jenny?
Yes.
Isn't she wonderful?
Yes, she's not at all like Marion, and I think that's for the best. You know, so many men, when they lose a wife, they try so hard to deny the loss they marry someone exactly like the first wife. It hardly seems fair using the living to bring back the dead, does it?
No, I suppose it doesn't.
We make a prison for ourselves out of the past, at least our sentimental, wished-for pasts.
Mrs. Snow,
Yes, dear.
there's something I must tell you and the Reverend.
Well, of course, Eric. What is it?
You see, Jenny has not had a very happy past.
Oh?
And talking about it or about something that might strongly remind her of it, she's very impressionable.
Is there something wrong, Eric?
No, not really. You see, she lost her parents many years ago in a very tragic way. And talking about unhappy past only, she's very impressionable. See, I want her to be happy, Mrs. Snow.
Of course you do, and so do we all. Now, how did she lose them? Well, look, I'm not prying, dear. It's just that Mr. Snow and I can help better if we know something about it.
They drowned in an accident. Jenny saw it all.
Who's Mr. Mauer?
Mr. Mauer? Why, he's a lawyer in town.
I thought no one knew we were coming. You said you heard from Mr. Mauer?
Well, Eric wrote him. He takes care of the estate, or what's left of it.
Oh, that's right. Eric has to see him tomorrow.
Well, Eric's co-executor of the estate along with Mr. Mauer. You see, Marion's death was so sudden that, well, all that was left to Eric was the house and these grounds. Mr. Mauer told me that Eric had found someone very sweet and very kind, and with whom he was very much in love. He didn't say enough.
How did Marion die?
Didn't Eric tell you?
I think the subject's rather painful to him. I'd like to make him talk about it. Would you mind telling me? I'd like to know.
It was a rainy day. She and Mickey had been working up there in the greenhouse. She left him to go back to the house for a few minutes. The way we pieced it together after the accident is that while she was coming down this path, apparently it began to rain very hard. She must have run along here. We don't know, of course, what happened then. Perhaps she slipped on a leaf. Base of her skull was smashed. It was thought that she hit her head on the edge of the cement wall where we're sitting. And she fell in there. She died in the water. That's where Eric found her 10 minutes later.
Marion, you said, Mickey, wait here. I'm going down to the house for just a minute. Wait here, Mickey, you said, and then you went away in the rain, and you didn't come back to play. Marion, what?
And don't forget that you and Eric are coming for lunch day after tomorrow.
We'll do better than that. We'll come to church on Sunday as well.
Oh, getting Eric to church is like moving a mountain.
He'll come.
Come along, my dear. It's getting late.
Eric, thank you very much for bringing Jenny into our lives.
Thank you for the dinner.
It was a pleasure. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Edward, did you know that Jenny's very wealthy?
Oh, yes. Mr. Mauer told me in town today.
Well, she's not at all like Marion. You know, she's so gentle and timid, as if she were afraid of something.
I knew you'd like my friends, dear. What's this? Huh?
Just happy, that's all.
Come,
So happy.
come on.
shots.
Fine.
What are you reading?
Something Mrs. Snow sent over.
Interesting.
It's called Beast in the Jungle. It's all about a man who waited all of his life for something great, wonderful to happen to him. He had only one good friend. It's a woman whom he confided. And she died. At her grave, he suddenly realized that she was the great and wonderful thing that he'd waited for all of his life. But it was too late then. His memories, like a beast in the jungle, rise up out of the past, overwhelm him.
Poor fellow. He doesn't know what he missed.
Eric?
Lily pad?
I don't think Mickey looks for her in the pond.
Jenny, now stop it.
I can't help it, Eric. That bad feelings come back.
I forbid you to talk about it.
She looked like that, Eric. My mother looked like that.
Jenny.
I can't help it, Eric.
Darling, you're just talking yourself into those same old fears.
I've got to talk about it, Eric. I have to talk about
I
it.
forbid you to talk about it now.
Just that with you beside me, I'm alive again. I don't want to be sick anymore.
Honey, look. Now, you mustn't go on thinking like this. Besides, how could a very poorly done self-portrait upset you so much?
Are you scared?
I know it's only my own fear. It's my own guilt that I can't get away from. Eric, I'm sorry.
Oh, I want you to listen to me.
I want you to believe me. Now, you were sick once, yes, but you were cured. Mickey caused this. You may as well know. He does look for Marion night after night down by that pond. And he probably comes here afterwards. I'm going to speak to Mickey in the morning. Now, don't you see? How simply it's all explained away?
But if I also heard a scream, Eric, before when I went to the hospital, I was hearing things. I'm hearing them again.
What did you hear?
It was a high, strange scream.
High, strange scream. Like a peacock's cry?
What's that sound like?
Come here. Sound like that? You see? It's all very, very real.
Such a fool.
You feeling better now?
Yes.
And we're back. Oh, I told you that polyphonic 3D sound, oh, it'll scare the pants right off of you. And I also have thrown a few more little surprises in, as you'll see later on. I love it. I just enjoy the hell out of scaring people. All right. Now, you know I had said before that this was based on a novel. Yes, it was loosely based on a story written by Frances Marion Crawford. You can look her up. She wrote a story about a real screaming skull, and yes, there's a real screaming skull. It was kept in a mansion in England. It was the skull of a slave who had refused to be buried. Anyway, and they say that the case where the skull is kept, they hear weird screaming noises and unnatural things happening, a lot of paranormal stuff. Well, anyway, yes, that is where the idea of this film came along. Now, this isn't the only screaming skull. No, later, there was another movie called The Skull. I think it had Peter Cushing in it. But anyway, kind of sort of the exact same thing. A little different. Actually, much better. A much better film. A lot better quality. It was in color. A really, really good film. But anyway, yeah, so the idea or the premise of this film has been carried through a lot of different films. As a matter of fact, next week kicks off our, what we call our Better Haunts and Gardens month. Yes, where all of our films deal with haunted houses. And our first film is called Terror in the Haunted House, which is in, Hypnorama. I can hear you through the camera. Yes, you'll find out what that is, or Hypnoscope, Hypnorama, something like that. Anyway, and it is also about a woman who was in the nut house and then got out of the nut house, and then some strange things begin happening that make her think that she shouldn't have to go back into the nut house. You know, a lot of movies have this sort of thing. Have you ever seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death? That's probably one of the most famous. Even Rebecca was sort of like that. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about what's coming up. The Zoom Room. Oh my God. The Zoom Room, a live cabaret female impersonation variety show. That is going to be on my Patreon page this coming Friday. Yes, April 30th. Now, you'll have to be a member of the Patreon to see it. You'll get a little, if you join the Patreon for $5, you're going to get a little code number, and that number will get you in to see the show on that night. Now, it'll be shown kind of like these shows. There'll be a live chat, so you can chat with the entertainers, and you're going to be able to tip the entertainers, because their little cash app is going to be on the screen whenever they're entertaining. You're going to want to see it. And these girls really want you to come watch them. My daughters are going to be in it with me. Jessica Valentine, and Gladys Faye Mortem. You're going to absolutely love these girls, and it's going to be an evening full of fantastic entertainment, and I have some surprise guests. Now, if you haven't joined my Patreon, here it is. It is Patreon.com/Eulogy Mortem. You can go over there right now. It's only $5 to join, and when you join, you automatically become one of my producers. That's right. Your name goes in the credits of the show, plus you get free stuff if you remain a member for 3 months. But you don't have to. You can always end your membership whenever you like, if you want to be there a day or if you want to be there a month. But I really, really suggest that you go over and join my Patreon. A lot of fun stuff on there. You get to see my TV show. You get to see it before it airs on television. You get recipes and craft ideas, and you get to find out more about me. Plus, you get discounts on items in my store. You didn't know I have a store? Yes. EulogiesCloset.online. Right here. You can go over to my store. I have t-shirts, I have mugs, I have jewelry, I have all sorts of stuff. Also, I handle the official Tennessee House of Horrors merchandise. Tennessee House of Horrors on Facebook is ran by my friend Ricky Smith. It's a haunted attraction review site. He goes all over the Mid-South and, well, basically everywhere, reviewing haunted attractions. And it's a wonderful page. So go over there too. See, here's the link to that. Go over and join that Facebook page. Ricky would love to have you. A lot of fun stuff over there. But anyway, you can buy his merchandise at my store. That is eulogymortem.online. Alright guys, let's go ahead and dive back into tonight's feature and see the second half, well actually, the conclusion of The Screaming Skull.
I don't think he quite expects she's gone. She cries. She cries in the night. I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings.
She died in the water. The base of her skull was smashed.
She didn't want to die.
She died in the water.
Jenny. Jenny? Jenny? Honey? Honey? It's all right, darling. It's all right. I'm right here. I'm right here. Just lie back. That's right. Just lie back. It's all right.
Eric, when you found me, what else was there?
What do you mean, what else?
A skull?
Jenny,
I know there was no skull.
of course not.
Mickey says Marion cries at night.
Why, that child is stupid.
Don't blame him. We both hear the peacocks. He out of his love for Marion wishes the cry to be from her. I out of my sickness.
Now, darling, we've been all through that nonsense last night.
Don't you see? I've never imagined seeing these things before. To just stand there and see it. Have it turn out to be nothing. Eric? I want you to call Dr. Ann tomorrow in New York. I want you to take me back.
No, Jenny. Now, it may sound selfish, but don't you see, having you to love, I'm happy too. I don't want to lose that. Now, in the morning, Mr. Snow will be here, and we'll tell him. He's very comforting. And I think he'll agree with me.
About what?
I think it's Mickey. You see, he hated me from the first. Marion was his friend, and when I married her, he thought I was taking her away from him. And now that she's dead, taken away from him forever, I suppose in that childish mind of his, I'm responsible for that. And now, because you're my wife, and in Marion's house, he hates you too.
I don't think Mickey's responsible. He's not quick enough or clever enough.
And who?
Myself. It's all in my own mind.
We do need somebody else, darling. We need somebody outside of the confusions of our love for each other. Now, the Reverend Snow will be here in the morning.
Who's in there?
Well, this much is real anyway. Look here, Jenny. You see, this is how you gouged your hand. You say you threw the skull down here where Eric is looking?
Yes.
Did you find anything, Eric?
Nothing yet.
Surely, Jenny, you must agree with me that anything as fragile as a skull would have been smashed to bits down there. And Eric has found nothing. And to assume that the skull would move of its own, all the way from there to the driveway door. Now, Jenny, there's no reason for that.
Don't you see, I agree with you. Did Eric tell you I spent over a year in a sanitarium?
Oh, Eric told Mrs. Snow that you were very impressionable, but that's all. I know lots of people needing a rest go to sanitariums.
This wasn't quite that kind of sanitarium. You see, I grew up loving my father and hating my mother. Well, she never knew it. Something I kept to myself. She was very beautiful. Very gay, like her. Very much. And I knew she resented that I was not more like her. I used to lie awake at night and wish she were dead.
Well, that isn't very unusual. I understand many children go through such a period.
I was no longer a child. And one day, I got my wish. They were both drowned. I can still hear her scream. I was all alone on the little beach. And all I could see was the overturned boat on the top of the waves. I kept trying to reach them. And the waves kept throwing me back. And then I could hear her cries no more. And then hours later, the men came and searched for the bodies. They were never found. That's when this bad feeling started. This feeling that if I'd really wanted to, I could have saved them, but I didn't. That I really killed them.
No, Jenny. You tried. You tried your very best.
Did. But thinking and begging and praying couldn't make this feeling go away. That's when they took me to the hospital. They told me I was cured.
Jenny.
They told me I was cured.
Mickey? Mickey! You go on. I'll be there in time for lunch.
Well, where do you think he's gone off to, Eric?
Who knows about Mickey? He might be hiding.
You looked at Marion's grave?
Mickey? Mickey! Mickey! Mickey? Mickey! Mickey!
Eric, did you find him?
No. Where's Jenny?
She's with Mrs. Snow on the patio. Eric, I think I should tell you that Jenny has confided in me about the sanitarium.
Oh. Does your wife know? I told her Jenny was impressionable, but not that.
I haven't said a word to her.
Mr. Snow, you can do both Jenny and me a great favor by forgetting she ever told you that.
But, Eric, if it helps explain.
It explains nothing.
If I were you, Eric, I'd take her away. If she's so impressionable and that house frightens her so much, why subject her to it?
Look, I can't do a thing like that. It'd be the worst thing for her. Mr. Snow, it would be admitting she was sick again. I want her to be happy. We'll stay here.
Perhaps you know best, Eric.
See, I've got a simple and old-fashioned piece of philosophy. The only cure for her fear is to teach her she's loved. I mean, really loved. And I love her so much.
God bless you for that, Eric. She's a very fortunate woman having someone like you to care for her.
Be night soon.
Oh, Jenny, Jenny.
I'm sorry.
Darling, you've got to believe it will not happen again. Ever. Mickey? Mickey!
Eric. Eric! Stop it!
All right. What are you going to do in that skull?
Stop it! It wasn't his
Where did you
fault.
get it?
Leave him alone.
I'll take care of this, Jenny. Now, I know you don't like me, Mickey. I know you're doing anything to get us to leave here. This idiotic attempt to scare us as if we were children. It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
No, not me, not me.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on.
I wish you'd apologize to him. You know as well as I do it's not his fault. It's all in my own mind.
Jenny, I'm going to do something. And you're going to help me do it.
What's that?
That portrait upstairs. It reminds me of your mother.
Yes.
You were fine until you saw it. Now it has you all preoccupied with memories of the past. We're going to burn it.
It's precious to you, Eric.
The picture means nothing to me. I want you to be happy. We can't be until this fear is out of our lives. All right, Jenny. Go on, Jenny.
Let's go back to the house.
It's only the peacocks.
Fire's almost out.
Yes. We can't let those ashes stand overnight. And the brush in these hills are regular tinderbox. You want to help me? Now, you feeling better?
It's as if I destroyed her with my own hands. She'll come back, Eric. She'll come back.
Darling, if you go on talking that way, you destroy the whole purpose. Now, the thing is out of the house, and it's over. You just give it half a chance. You'll begin to forget it. And if you'll just spread those ashes out a little for me, I'll get the water to it. That's it. What is it, darling?
The skull! It's the skull!
Darling, there's no skull there. There's no skull there, darling. There is no skull there, Jenny. Darling, there's no skull there. There's no skull.
You going to be able to catch a plane tonight?
When we get into town, I will call Mr. Maurer. He'll arrange a midnight plane.
But there'd be more time. Time for so many wonderful things.
It's gonna be all right.
Of course.
It's just me.
It's gonna be all right.
Good evening, my dear. Mrs. Snow's hens thought you might like some fresh eggs for your breakfast in the morning. Hello, Eric.
This is a surprise.
Those hens labored mightily, as you can see.
Fine, I'll take them.
You'll excuse me, dear. What is it, Eric?
I've got to take Jenny away. That hospital she was in before.
It happened again?
I thought it would help her if we got rid of that portrait. You know the one.
Yes.
We burned it. She saw a skull in the ashes.
You were there?
I saw nothing, of course.
Of course.
And I thought it was Mickey. But when I was there myself and I saw her... Mr. Snow, there's something I've never told you. I've never told anybody. But when Jenny was put away in that hospital, she tried to do away with herself. I'm terribly afraid.
You think she might try it again?
I know she will. Unless I get her back to that hospital.
When are you going?
Tonight.
We shall miss you. Mrs. Snow and I have grown very fond of Jenny.
Yes, and she of you.
I don't suppose you'll be coming back here again, Eric?
No. Never.
I'll miss him and his wife. He's very kind.
Yes?
When I said goodbye to him just now, he tried to talk me out of what I saw.
Oh.
He said he thought the skull was real. He was going to bring some men in the morning to search the estate.
Where?
Everywhere. He was just talking, trying to be kind.
I suppose.
I'll go upstairs and pack. You want to come with me?
I'll be up in a minute.
Put it in a pond, you must have. Where is it?
I don't know.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Where
is it?
I don't know.
Tell me the truth. You took it. Tell me. Tell me!
Didn't take it.
Who?
Not me.
Who?
Mary took it. Mary took it.
You and your Mary.
Edward, in the name of heaven.
Mickey, where did you find this?
Pond?
Well, who put it there?
He did?
Eric?
He did.
Then there was a skull. But Eric said that he didn't see it when Jenny saw it.
I know.
Oh, but why should Eric lie like that?
Mickey, those other times with the skull, did you do it?
No.
Mickey, you've never lied to me before. Lying is a sin. You understand that? You must not lie to me now. Did you do it, Mickey, all those other times?
No.
I simply do not understand that. If it wasn't Mickey,
And it wasn't her imagination.
but why would Eric do such a thing?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, what do you think we should do about it?
We're going back there, to that house.
Right?
Mickey? Mickey? Eric and I are leaving, Mickey. I'd like to say goodbye. I'd like to leave as your friend, Mickey. Mickey? Mickey?
Jenny, are you all right? Oh, Jenny.
Eric tried...
Shh. Oh,
Where is Eric?
Don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll find him.
It's all right. Edward, now be careful. Shh. It's all right, darling. Oh, it's all right. Oh, it's all right. Don't cry. Come on.
Eric! Eric! Please answer me! Eric!
Eric!
Eric, where are you? Eric! Eric!
Eric.
Why did he do it?
Your money. The question is now, did Marion die in an accident? I suppose we'll never know.
They're gone. Rest.
Well, there you have it. I bet you didn't see that ending coming, did you? Oh, and wasn't TerrorVision absolutely amazing? Wasn't it wonderful? Special thanks to my husband, Joe, for re-editing the film and adding that wonderful holophonic track on there. I'm giving him a round of applause, and I'm sure you are too at home. All right, don't forget, next week we are showing Terror in the Haunted House in Hypno-something. Hypno-Rama? Hypno? No, wait a minute, that was a board game. Hungry. So, anyway, yeah, it's going to be in Hypno-something, and it's called Terror in the Haunted House. You're going to want to see that. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Also, don't forget, this Friday night, April 30th, the Zoom Room, a live cabaret drag variety show with myself, Jessica Valentine, Gladys Faye Mortem, and some surprise guests. A lot of fun. And you got to be a member of my Patreon in order to see that, because admission is $5. That's right. It's only $5. Run on over to my Patreon and join, and as soon as the show is over, you can discontinue your membership. I won't be mad at you. So go on over and join, and you will become a producer. You will get your name in the end of the credits of my television show. Plus, you get, if you are a member for 3 months, you get free merchandise and discounts to items in my store. EulogiesCloset.online. T-shirts, mugs, jewelry, all sorts of stuff. I've got to plug my own merchandise, you know that. And don't forget, Cameron James Paparazzi at Facebook to get all this wonderful jewelry for only $5 a piece. Yes, so many wonderful people supporting me and helping me. They are all my friends and family, and so are you guys. I absolutely love you. As I said in the beginning of the show, I couldn't do half of what I do if it wasn't for you folks. Please continue to be my friend. Continue to be my fan, and I guarantee you I will give you the best entertainment that you can find. Well, maybe not the best, but we sure have a hell of a lot of fun making fun of it, don't we? All right. As always, I will end tonight's show with I'll be haunting you in all the old familiar houses. I'll scare you and your spouses half to death. I'm Eulogy Mortem, and you have been watching the Mad Monster Cinema. Good night, and I hope that God blesses you as much as you bless me every single day. I love you.